I'm still in shock. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the event. I mean, my voice is still even very shaky.
That's Eric Ita the morning after the Route 91 tragedy. He had briefly left the concert, ran across the street to Mandalay Bay to talk to a friend when he saw what he thought were fireworks. But it was actually the first shots fired into the festival crowd. He was one of the first people to go live on Facebook, too, hunkering down at a bus stop. He joins us back again today with a new perspective on life. So good to see you, my friend.
You as well. How have you been?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to talk to you because you say now nothing scares you.
That's right. Yeah, I've just, ever since that incident, you know, I've just had a new perspective. I've been a little less afraid of just day-to-day things, and, you know, I just go out and do whatever feels right to me. And so, yeah, it's been nice.
It's good. You know, live for your own happiness. I know you've said once. I follow you on social media.
Right.
It's so inspiring. Your work that you've done in Africa, amazing. Tell me what you've been doing.
Well, I went to South Africa in April or so. I met up with my friend TJ Liven. I think you might know him. Noticed that he would give money to, you know, people if they had a cool sign or something that, and they said they needed money. And so just so these little things started to inspire me, and I actually made a little documentary on him. And so then I started doing that as well in my own life. And then when I went to West Africa, I went to Nigeria. Then I met another this little boy named David, and he just, oh man, he just I just had to help him. You know, there was just something about him.
David
that was
is
interesting.
Mute and he's deaf.
Right.
And has never been to school.
Right.
You got him to go to school.
I got him to go to school. Yes.
Tell me how did you do that?
In 3 weeks. Okay. So when I met him, I knew nothing about him. I just saw him playing around, and he was just very entertaining somehow. And I found out that he lost his parents when he was 3, and I think he's about 8 to 10 now. Okay. And so I decided that I was like, this kid's too smart. He needs to go to school. You know, I was sad when the other kids would go to school in the morning, and he was just home. So I made it my mission for 3 weeks.
Well, you know what it's like to lose your father not too long ago. That happened plus 1 October. Then a lot of loss happening around you, but also we're inspired to honor your father's work in Nigeria too after the tragedy.
Right. And, you know, that was another thing I was running away from is in my life, you know, I don't like to get into disagreement, especially with property and like things like that. They get a bit crazy. But I had to decide, you know, this is my father's legacy, and I want to keep his memory alive and the things that he fought for and the things that he worked for in his life. And so that was my second mission, I guess you would say, as well. Yeah,
and as long as I've known you from 2004, 2005, you've always had a camera with you, you know? You've done some really great work here in Las Vegas. You're shutting up your shop, though, and you said you're doing some of that work that inspires you, but now you're not afraid to get in front of the camera after 1 October. So tell me what happened there.
Well, it's just someone said I had a face for the camera. I was like, okay, sure, I'll give it a try. So I always wanted to act, you know, and I've done some TV personality type stuff in the past, but I've never gone through like memorizations and things like that. So that's something that I always wanted to do. So now I'm deciding to go for it.
And you got a role.
I got a role in a film, in Nigeria while I was there. I met someone, and, you know, it's one of those things, like things just seem to happen magically. And I feel like the nicer you are to people, the easier it is for good things to happen as well.
Because I think that you could easily go into a dark place after having a tragedy like that, but you, sir, have done some really great things, some really brave things, and I'm glad you're doing things for yourself, too, not for other people. So thank you so much for joining us, kind of giving us the little silver lining when something terrible like that can happen. I appreciate it.